All righty, we live, man. We live. How
Hey,
y'all feeling?
hey, man. We. What is this? Week number two?
Week 2, baby, on the
This is week number
YouTube.
two?
Yes, we back. Which I thought we was gonna fall off that quick.
Nah.
We've been doing this for too long.
Come
I
on.
don't know if they heard, but we've been doing this for some time. Yes, we was on
Come on.
IG Live, but we on YouTube now, man.
Come on. How you been,
Hey,
brother? How you holding up?
I'm doing pretty well, man. Just got in from weekend away with some family. It's always good to get away and just kind of recenter. It was
Ooh.
for a little one's birthday. Shout out to Leah. She's 2 years old. It's for me. It's beautiful, kind of just watching kids grow. They teach you so much, man,
Yeah.
for real. And it was just an amazing time with family, being able to, with my partner's family, being able to get away and just enjoy some good energy, good people, good food. Can't go wrong with good food. So yeah,
You,
man. A
you,
little
you,
tired. It was a little bit of a drive, but we here. We not gonna miss Monday evening.
come on. Mondays.
I'm-
Mondays now is a holiday. Is religion.
yeah,
It,
Monday's a holiday. I like that.
it is everything and more, bro.
Yeah,
Uh,
man.
but
The
good
gift
food is
that
good.
keeps on
Good
giving.
food. Good food is good, brother.
Yeah, man. How you
Uh,
feeling though, brother?
listen. Like I said a few episodes ago, I think, like I said last show, just being consistent,
Mhm.
in this season. I'm slowly just trying to get better with this content creating thing. Bro, it's a full time job. Depending on how seriously you want to take it.
That's what people don't understand. They think it's all smooth peaches and cream. Okay, I'm just gonna turn my camera on and I'm gonna be viral and I'm gonna be making all this money. Nah.
Ah, it's a grind, bro. It's a
Yeah.
grind, and I'm just happy for myself for that. Other than that, other big
Right.
news is I put my
Ooh.
application in for grad school.
Hey, clap it up for that, y'all. Clap it up for that.
Anybody that knows me, I hate school. So we just trying to be consistent, man, and build up good character and good discipline as we go into the new year. And I just feel like everything else is gonna work itself out.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. That's a fact. Shout out to you, brother, for just taking the initiative to want to better yourself, to want to grow. That's part of what we want to talk about with the podcast, but you actually living it, that I think that's really important because anybody could get in front of a camera and start talking. It's the internet. It's 2025. People just be saying shit out the ass all the time, but to actually be living out the principles that you talking about, bro, it's a rare air. That's rare air. So shout out to you, man, for
I
real.
appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. You know what? Let's start this thing up because tonight. You know what? Let me do the quick. What's good, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Drummond. It's my co-host, my brother right here, Steve. And this is the Talk That Shift podcast, where we have conversations that are going to move people forward. We talk about relationships, we talk about faith, we talk about personal development, and we talk about mindset and things that's going to help us grow. And tonight we got a beautiful show for y'all tonight. A beautiful show for y'all tonight. But just as I said, before we go into more details, before we talk about a few announcements or anything that we have coming up later this week, I just want to give the mic real quick to my brother right here to just share a few things about himself because this is the talented king right here, man. He do a lot of things.
Nah, man, I'm just a regular guy. I'm just a regular guy.
Ain't no regular guy over here.
But yes. Welcome everybody to the Talk That Shit podcast. Again, Steve St. Ville. Appreciate the time being here. Looking forward to tonight's conversation. And yeah, it's a good one, man. It's
Yeah.
a good one. It's very relevant. It's very relevant. And you ready to tell them what we're going to be talking about, bro?
Course, man. And I'm excited because this was your idea. And I feel like also tonight is going to bless me, but also bless anybody that sees this video. The title for tonight's episode is called The Ingredients of a Righteous Union. Let me say that again.
Yeah.
The ingredients of a righteous union. And we want to provide a clear and understanding framework of what goes into a sustainable relationship. So we
Yes.
really want to dive in on a solid foundation of a good, righteous, healthy relationship. Okay?
Yes.
That's the
Absolutely.
title for tonight, and that is the goal for tonight's episode.
Yes,
Before we begin, just quick disclaimer, because we do need to do this now. We are not professional or licensed therapists. I am a certified life coach, but we are not professional licensed therapists. We're just two young men sharing our experiences, the things that we've been through, the things that we research. So again, we are not professional or licensed therapists. We just want to make that clear. We
Yeah.
hope that whatever we talk about and whatever we share on these platforms is to truly help y'all. If y'all want to debate with us, if you want to question us on anything, we're always open to healthy dialogue. But we just
Yeah,
got
that's a fact. No, and that's a fact. And we definitely want to encourage that. Yo, if y'all got some insight in some game that y'all want to share, we always want the chat to be engaging. So we want to encourage all our listeners, whether you listening live or whether you watching this on the back end, yo, comment whatever takeaways you got from this, y'all. We want to open this up. And I think to the benefit of us not being licensed and fair and all of that stuff, we gonna give our perspectives. We gonna be real on this. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of times people don't want to get real on this.
No.
And in the spirit of being real, I just want to give a big thumbs down to King Josh in the chat talking about Gold Birds. Nah, man, I'm not jacking that. I'm not jacking that Gold Birds stuff, man. We had a rough Sunday. My Vikings had a rough Sunday. But it's okay. It's okay. Another Monday. I'm in a good mood. And I'm not going to let it taint the energy of the space. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my zen.
Don't.
But all I'm sending all types of negative energy towards the Philadelphia Eagles right now. I'm just saying.
So look, let's get started with the first talking point real quick. All right. The first talking point that we are going to cover tonight is righteous versus unrighteous. Now, brother.
Yes, sir.
This was your topic. This was your idea for this episode. Go in. Tell us a little bit more about righteous versus unrighteous.
Yeah, and I felt like this was a beautiful conversation to have because I feel like in 2025, just my personal opinion, we've kind of lost our way when it comes to relationships. I was actually talking to one of my homies the other day, and he's telling me about some of the experiences that he's going through in the dating space and just how there's this disconnect. It's so difficult to date now. I haven't been in the dating scene for some time now, so I'm using y'all as the barometer to how it looks outside. I'm hearing that it's scary.
Yeah.
I'm hearing that it's very scary. It's difficult. You know, the men are not doing certain things. The women are expecting some outlandish things. And it just sounds like chaos right now. So I felt like it was very timely and very impactful for us to kind of just talk about, yo, what does it actually look like to have a really good, sustainable relationship? And when we think about righteous versus unrighteous, the simple way that I look at this is your relationship helpful or is it harmful?
Okay.
Now, for the sake of the conversation, we're going to be talking about it in like a romantic relationship. I think that's fair for us to give that conversation. However, I think this applies to any types of relationships that you have, whether it be professional, platonic, any type of stuff like that. At the core of it, is it helping you grow or is it harming you? When you sit back and you just take inventory of what your day-to-day experience is dealing with that partner that you have now entered into this relationship or into this union with, how are they helping you grow? Well, are they helping you grow? And then get real detailed about how are they helping you grow? Is this person just like actually pouring into your life, or are they just taking up space because you just want someone in the environment with you? Like, do you really have a life companion, someone that you feel like you can navigate the complexities of life with? Because this life shit is hard. If you're an adult, you understand that. This life shit is difficult. So do you have someone that's actually helping you move through some of these challenges and being able to learn about yourself a bit more, or, you know, learn new practices to help you navigate challenges? Or you just got someone that's just there eating up your snacks in your fridge type shit?
You don't want somebody eating up snacks.
You know what I'm saying? You work hard to get the money that pays for those snacks.
Love me my snacks, man.
So it's like you come home from a long day of work and you don't even get a proper greeting, but then you go into the fridge and all the food is gone. That's not a righteous union,
You
ladies and
living with a
gentlemen.
big bag. Living with a big bag, brother.
Yo, that's a bad place to be. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be at that space. Especially your graham crackers.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie though. I ain't gonna lie. You went PG on me.
You went PG?
No, you went PG.
Oh yeah. Nah, I got some heat for y'all later.
Oh, okay.
I got some heat for y'all later. I'm cooking. I'm ready to upset some people a little bit.
Well,
later.
let me warm this thing up now, then, brother.
Oh, go ahead, brother.
Let me warm this thing up now. But I do like the fact of how you simplify it in terms of, are they helping you or harming you? You know what I mean? It's very simple. Like, you know what I mean? Are they addition or are they subtraction? For me, I kind of went into deeper on both. You want to start with the righteous or you want to start with the unrighteous?
Start with the unrighteous, man. Let's call out the bullshit on the front end.
Unrighteous is this, their self is at the center, not God. Right? They're their own God. They idol themselves. They put themselves on their own pedestal. You know what I mean? They think they're above Almighty and perfect, flawless, right? Can never get nothing right. Unequally yoked. Okay.
Wait, explain that a little bit deeper for the people. You know what I'm saying? What does that mean when you say unequally yoked? What that look like?
In simple terms, one is pulling or moving towards God, the other one's resisting.
Okay.
And that's all fields, right?
Yeah.
You got to be yoked. You got to be equally yoked, and it has to be two people pursuing that man. It can't be one all in and the other one is it's like a vampire and getting hit with sunlight.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, just any little glimpse of sunlight, they're running from it. They don't want to be seen by it. Like, that's just trying to like give you a grand picture.
Yeah.
Lack of growth. A lot of people, men and women, do it, especially when they get married. They think that they don't have to stop. They could just, they're going to love me how I am. And that is the problem. In the word, it says iron sharpens iron. Right? Iron sharpens iron. That is two metal objects, sharp objects, rubbing against each other, sharpening each other as a tool. You don't get to just now get the ring or you marry some chick and you could say they just going to accept me for how I am. No. And in the word, it said the bodies are temple too. Like iron sharpens iron. That means accountability. That means having uncomfortable conversation. That means forgiveness. That means taking a look in the mirror and owning up to your bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Iron sharpens iron. If you are not ready to be held accountable, if you're not ready to be told about yourself, if you're not ready to have uncomfortable conversations, then it's gonna be hard for you to have a righteous union. Last one, and this is the most important one, because this is the stuff that if you don't check it early, this is the stuff that if you don't have those tough conversations early, if you don't set those boundaries early, if you don't make it clear early, this is where a lot of people get caught up with down the line, like, oh, I never saw this coming, or I thought they would change, or I love their potential and I thought they was gonna whatever, right?
Yeah.
Temporary satisfaction. And what I mean by that is this.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
It doesn't produce lasting fruit. Right? The shit is fun in the puppy stage. Everything's late in the puppy stage. Year 1, year 2, right? You know, before you have kids, right? The vacations, right? The drunk nights, like all that other stuff is fun at the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Life responsibilities happen and you have kids, right? And then you're married and all this other kind of stuff, right? When you see those divorces that happen of like, I was miserable for 20 years, or like, I never saw this coming and like that, like, nah, you ignored those signs, you ignored those flags, you didn't set the clear boundaries, you didn't walk away when you had the chance to. And that's what I mean by is that you don't want to be 20 to 30 years in, your youth is gone, and you look back at the fruit that you two made, and the fruit died.
It's rotten fruit.
It's rotten.
Yeah. And you just bitter at that point.
You know what I mean? So,
Hold. Yeah.
righteous.
Well, before you jump into the righteous stuff, you mentioned sometimes people get into like these unions or these relationships and they feel like they don't have to change anymore. And let me say this, please, people, get out of them relationships that ain't serving you. Please get out them relationships. If like genuinely, if it's not serving you, don't dip at the first sign of trouble. But if it's really not serving you, the hell are you still in that relationship for, man? That's one of the things that does piss me off. When people get into relationships and they don't got nothing good to say about their partner. They just complaining and complaining and complaining and complaining. But then you stay in the damn relationship. That I'm looking at you crazy at that point.
Yeah.
Like, what is keeping you there? That's just me.
Do we have any
with
that?
Yeah. I do see a question. It says, have you ever had a situation where you had to encounter the temporary satisfaction stage?
Can that person go into deeper?
Yeah. From what I
know what they're saying.
Yeah, you want them to clarify a little bit. So King Josh, please just clarify a little bit what you mean by, a situation where you had to encounter the temporary satisfaction stage. What I think he might be talking about is like, have you ever been in that situation where you recognize like, yo, this is not actually fulfilling me the way I thought it would?
Yeah,
that's what I think.
If it is that, I can think about a time back in 2018. I think it was one of those right person, but wrong time type of situations where it was just two broken. It was two broken people coming out of a tough relationship that was relying on each other for healing.
Yeah, so like a codependent type of situation.
Very codependent. Me and that person. Like,
got you.
I wanted I'm coming from a domestic, violent ass, abusive ass breakup. So I'm wanting a girl at that time. I wanted her to like make me feel like a man and support me in my dreams and all that kind of stuff. And for her,
softness, huh?
Yeah, I had no backbone. Just keeping it real.
Yeah.
And for her at the time, this girl, she was coming from a relationship where the guy was more lack of time, mentally, emotionally abusive. Very, talk to her any kind of way. So she wanted somebody that was gonna like be with her every 2 seconds.
Gotcha.
Right? Like stuck by the hip. And what started at first was very beautiful, very friendly. We were just a few months dating. Because I really wanted to take things slow. I didn't want things to get seriously. I started just to notice where the minute work got rocky for me, and I wasn't able to drive to Queens as often, the batshit crazy side started to come out, right? And
the triggers.
A few people know this story. I was at a Nets game in Charlotte. I went to go visit my mentor. He surprised me with tickets to the Nets was playing in North Carolina, and she knew where I was going.
Okay.
She knows how much I love the Nets.
Okay.
She knew I was gonna be away for the weekend.
Okay.
Called me during the game.
Jeez.
Called me during the game. And I was like, what's up? She's like, I just need to talk right now, like really bad. And maybe she really did. And I told her, I cannot right now. I'm sorry. Like, this is the Nets, nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I just hold it. And if I felt like it was an emergency, I probably would have stepped away. And long story short, that weekend we didn't make it back because I just remember she asked me something like, why? Like, she said, I want to know what you're thinking before you even think it. And I said, how the fuck do I do that? Right?
Wow.
And then she was just like, I feel like she's like, you're not texting me as often as you was when we first started. And I'm like, yo, like work got rocky. Like things has been a little rocky with me. Like just chill. And she's like, you know, like my best friend, she texts me like every 2 seconds. And I'm like, how long you been friends with your best friend? She said for like 16 years. And I'm like, we've been dating for 2 months. You feel me? So at that moment in time, and then she smoked weed. And I don't like the weed shit. So at the moment in time,
dang, you breaking the potheads' hearts, man.
I saw signs because she believed in God, but then she was really heavy into like the zodiac sign shit and the readings, like some Janae Equal type shit. And like I said, that
Janae, don't send your lawyers, please.
That temporary satisfaction stage was really dope. We went to Philly, we did some trips. It was really cool. Like she like surprised me one day at the apartment with like Nerf guns, and we like had a Nerf gun fight in the living room. That was all cool. But then I think once things got rocky between us and how a lot of unhealing we was both going through, because I was toxic in my own way too, where it was like one time she got me really fed up, and I was just like, I ain't gonna lie, this was toxic. Like this was toxic. I used to do this shit in the past, and I ain't gonna lie, that was bad. This was bad.
Yeah.
When I had enough, or I needed space, and I've learned that you can't tell your girl that, you can't tell any woman that. I told her, like, it was a Friday, like we was arguing all week, and last Friday I was just like, we were supposed to go on like I was supposed to go with her Saturday for like her girls brunch, and her best friend's like birthday brunch, and I was just like, I'm not going no more because I'm not bringing this energy there. And I just told her I needed space for her for the weekend. I said, I'll talk to you on Monday. Like I used to do shit like that. Like when I've had enough and I needed just a break, a pause, I'll be like, yo, I need a week, or like I need a weekend. So I told her I need a weekend, and she just started losing it. She's like, if you think I'm not talking to you until Monday, then I guess the relationship's over. So I was like, I guess the relationship's over.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, they call that a no call, no show.
And personally, I should have just fucking went to the girl's crib and just
had the conversation.
Had that conversation, but I was being a dick. Like,
yeah. Nah, I feel you, man. And it's tough kind of getting in those situations where it's like you come to that realization. It's like, this is not what I thought it was gonna be. But I think it's good on the flip side, because now it starts to challenge why you got into that situation. It starts to challenge why you got into that situation, which sets the framework. Well, I'm about to throw the alley-oop to you. It sets the framework, exactly. It sets the framework for us to be mindful of what actually goes into a righteous union. So talk to us, brother. What does the righteous part look for you?
Number one, it aligns with God's purpose.
Got you.
And order.
Order.
Remember that. That's key. We have our own will that we want for our lives, and then God got what He wants for our lives. That's order, right? We could want.
I'm gonna come back to that.
We could want whatever we want, but it's still His order that we have to like still do by the end of the day, right? Christ has to be at the foundation. Everything is filtered through His word. So the way you live your life, the way you treat people, the way you love, the way you forgive, it needs to be through God's word. And you need to be like, because in the word it says not only be believers, but be doers of the word. So like, don't talk the talk, but walk it too. The relationship has to resemble that. People need to see y'all and like they're not a perfect couple, but like you can see Christ is at the foundation between those two. There has to be mutual growth. It has to be two people growing spiritually, emotionally, mentally, right? Like it has to be mutual. It has to be ongoing. It doesn't mean like just for a season and you stop. It has to be spiritually, emotionally, mentally. And I'll go in a little bit more in one of the other questions down the line. Purpose driven. Both align with your calling. You and your partner have a calling. It may look similar in some ways, and it's going to be different in some ways, but you both got to be aligned in that, and you both got to be walking that.
Yeah.
And you have to know how that calling aligns with your relationship, and how that calling is going to like fulfill you individually. And last one, I got to hit you with some word. Matthew 7:24-25. Storms will come, but it stands firm because the foundation is solid. Your relationship has to be solid as a rock.
Yeah.
And it says that in many different examples throughout the word of God. Like it says, like, don't be like a leaf in the wind. Meaning that you just blow anywhere, any direction the leaf blows you. Like you have to be solid as a rock because storms are going to come. There's a story in the Bible, I think it's Peter's. I could be wrong. Don't quote me if any like go hard Christians like come across this video. But there's a story, I think it's the book of Peter, where there's a storm happening and Jesus is on a boat with people and he's sleeping. And everybody in the boat was freaking the hell out. Like, yo, where's Jesus? How could he be sleeping during a storm? Like they crying their eyes out, they wilding out, they're freaking out. And Jesus wakes up all normal. He's like, yo, like, why y'all yelling? He's like, why y'all yelling for? And they're like, you don't see the storms, you don't see the rain. He's just like, yo, like, am I not Jesus? Am I not the Son of God? Like, relax. And he said, the storm stopped. The storm stopped. You gotta be solid, bro.
Gotta be solid. And to that, in order to get to that point where you solid in the midst of the storm, you gotta have deep roots. And I think that's where, to King Josh's comment in the chat, where it's like people, King Josh wrote, feel like people give up too easily nowadays. And I think that's attributed partly to people not actually doing the work of building and establishing deep roots. When your roots are not deep, like if you ever gardened, if you try to pull like a plant from the ground that has deep roots, you got to put a lot of force into that to pull it up because the roots have gone so deep. But if them roots is not deep, you give a quick tug and it's pulling out. So I think to that point, it's like, well, one of the reasons is like, yo, if you're not actually trying to build a deep relationship with that person, what are you going into that situation for? Are you just trying to get you just trying to have sex? You just trying to have someone that's going to make you feel a little bit less lonely at night? You just want somebody to talk to? You just want somebody to cook for you and clean your room? Or you just want somebody to take out the trash for you? Or do you actually want to learn how to love somebody? Because that type of process is not going to be smooth. It's going to trigger you and challenge you in every possible way. Because that's the only way to now deepen those roots.
To challenge you, not to challenge you, but to build on what you're saying, you do have to have deep roots. But you also know those too. There's people who have deep roots, but they don't have the right soil.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But that goes into it though, because the roots don't grow deep if the soil's not proper.
Agreed. But there's some people that got cement as they soil and they deep in cement. There's some people deep and stuck in their ways. There's some people that's deep and stuck in their fucking ways. Excuse my language. Because we talking about righteous union. I'm cussing right now. But no, it's just that, like everything you're saying, I wholeheartedly agree with. But there is some people that are stuck in some things that's deeply rooted, right? It could be unhealed trauma.
Yeah.
Their roots is deeply just they can't heal.
Yeah.
Some could be poor financial literacy. Like there's some people, they got some deep roots in some things that they can't let go.
In bad soil, yeah. Yeah. So and to that, using that same analogy, it's like the process of getting that soil right means digging out and getting all of that nasty stuff out of your environment. That's another part of establishing a righteous union. And it kind of is going to touch on our next talking point, but that's that self-work. And before we jump into that, because I'll lead right into that, there was something you said about order. And when you said it, some of the feedback that I'm getting from my people who are in the dating space right now is that women don't want to be led, in a sense. And I think we gotta pause and think about how, like, what are the strengths of the woman? What are the strengths of a man? When we think about a man brings structure and order. If a woman isn't willing to,
you're gonna piss some people off.
That's fine. If a woman isn't willing to submit to that structure and that order, then it's just chaos. Because let's be real, ladies.
Come on, be real.
And I was talking to my girl about this earlier. It's like when a woman gets into her emotions, the consequences of her actions is the last thing that she's thinking about. They gonna say whatever she's feeling in that moment. I gotta get my feelings out right now. But that's not how you structure. There's no structure there. There's no order. That's where a righteous man comes in and is able to establish a level of order, because he's established that order in his own life. Yes, through his pursuit of God's order. Yes. But to the ladies, if a man is trying to lead you, you gotta be willing to be led. You gotta be willing to be led. And I feel like that's one of the things that I'm consistently hearing men talk about when it comes to the clashes that they're having with these women. Because a man is trying to establish a level of structure and order for a woman, but she just keeps essentially saying F all of that to keep it simple. And that's not gonna work out. That's not gonna work out. And the real righteous men, the emotionally intelligent men, here's a warning for y'all ladies. They will leave your ass. They will leave your ass right where you are. You can call them sassy. You can call them emotional. You can say whatever the hell you want to say about them. They off to the next one. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. So to now move into the next talking point, which is, getting right with yourself.
Talk about it.
Getting right with yourself. I believe that a righteous union is the coming together of a righteous man and a righteous woman, or two righteous individuals, let's say. Two righteous individuals. That means you have done the work on yourself. You are willing to look in the mirror and say, I got some shit to work on. I got some shit to do. But I'm putting in the work towards getting right with myself.
Amen.
And so the first step, I believe, to getting right with yourself is how you navigate your solitude. I've seen people who are deathly afraid of silence. They got to have a TV show on. They got to have music going. They need some background noise or something. But as soon as it gets quiet, they get uncomfortable. It's like something's wrong with them. What's wrong is that you can't be with your thoughts long enough to actually unpack them.
That's good.
See, the body is a beautiful thing. The body is designed to heal itself. This is what we call diseases. When when someone gets a cold, just as an example, that means there's something going on in your body, and the coughing and the stuffy nose is the signal that the body is given to us to now, so that we can understand what's going on. The mind works the same way. When you get quiet, those thoughts that have been just lingering beneath the surface, they're going to start to come up. And the reason they come up is for you to now address it. However, many people find distractions because it's so uncomfortable. They are terrified of the thoughts that come with that silence. So they rush to the first thing that can now blanket that silence, that can cover up that silence, and it's just noise. So how you navigate your solitude is a major part of getting right with yourself. If you can't be good with yourself, you're not going to be good in a unit. There's no other way around that. There's no other way around that. And the second part of getting right with yourself, to me, is how do you prepare for your triggers? See, when I was in my solitude season and I'm getting right and I'm like being intentional about the work, I was recognizing my triggers.
Talk about it.
I had to recognize my triggers. That's one of those things that the silence starts to bring up. And you start to stop. If you're being intentional about it, you start to pause and be like, dang, why do I do this? Why do I react to certain situations in this way? Why does this specific thing get me so uncomfortable? These are all the triggers. And these are the things that have just been coasting underneath, like in our subconscious. And a lot of times, if you're not dealing with it, they're going to come up in your everyday situations without you even recognizing it.
Talk about it.
However, when you're navigating when you're getting right with yourself, you
it.
start to be willing to embrace those triggers because you see the triggers as, how would I say, like the directions. The triggers let you know where you got to go to start working on what you need to work on. So now I'm working on my triggers. If I now go into a relationship, disclaimer and no, spoiler alert, y'all. A righteous relationship is going to trigger you.
Oh, yeah.
A good, healthy relationship is going to trigger the hell out of you. If you've already been practicing how to navigate your triggers on your own, you're going to navigate them with a lot more grace within a partnership. If you have not been doing that work, you're going to get into a relationship that is designed to be a mirror for you, and you're going to start punching at the mirror because you don't like the reflection.
Would you say that's the reason why in certain relationships, when someone pushes someone away, I've heard you're too nice, or she's just such a good girl. Like, do you think that's the reason why?
Why people push people away?
Yeah, they think a good, healthy person is going to expose your bullshit.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. And some people don't want to see their bullshit. Don't get it twisted. It's not fun. It's not fun being called out about your shit. But at some point, if you recognize, if you're able to just have a practice where you can get out of your feelings, how you said last week about like, fuck your feelings, how you had to tell yourself that.
Yeah.
Sometimes people need to tell themselves that. Fuck your feelings. It's not about your feelings right now. It's about the fruit. This person is telling me something that I need to hear. It may hurt my feelings, but it's valid. And some people just can't get to that point where they can get out of their feelings and actually receive what's being told to them. So they push it away or they start punching at the mirror. You got to get right with yourself. You got to get right with yourself. It don't matter what type of food you cooking. If one ingredient is rotten, the whole pot gonna be rotten. The whole pot gonna be rotten. So you got to look at yourself as one of the ingredients into this union. And as long as you're putting in the work, from my perspective, as long as you're putting in the work, then that to me feels like, you're healthy. You that's fresh fruit.
That's good.
You putting in the work.
I like that. I'm happy that you said it's gonna expose things, because I'm telling you, when you with somebody that really cares about you, is a good person, they want to hold you accountable. When you with somebody that don't give a damn about you, they do not care about your flaws. They don't care if you're falling short. They do not care if you're not improving. They just want what they want, and when they'll be done, they're gone. Someone that really cares, right? There's this video, I think you saw, I think you reposted it on TikTok. There's a video of this woman, her video went viral. And it made me think about my last relationship. And she was talking to, like, it was a message to a woman. And she was just like, because she's married for many years and that. And she was just like, yo, to my young ladies out there, if you got a good man, she said, a man that wants to marry you is going to life coach you.
Yeah.
And she just went into depth. Every point that she made, I agreed with. I was a pick me for that damn video.
Yeah.
Because it is so true. a man that wants to get on one knee, a man that envisions marry with you and that union with you, they're going to give you tips. They're going to give you boundaries. They're going to just try to equip you with things. So this union could be successful, because as a man, you got to provide, you got to lead, you got to provide order, right? And the wrong chick will take those gems as it's nagging, or you're always speaking down on me, or what's it? It's not what you said, it's how you said it, right? Because sometimes the tone is just it's gonna be that tone. And I'm not saying it needs to be disrespectful or aggressive or violent, but just the right woman that are preparing to be wives, that have that connection with God, understands that, like, yo, my man is telling me about something, it's coming from a place of love.
Yes.
And it should be the same thing from the man hearing that thing stuff from your woman, because you're supposed to be the head, she's supposed to be the neck. She's supposed to see things that you don't see sometimes.
No, that's
and if she see things that you don't see sometimes, it's going to require you to listen.
Yeah, no, that's a big word for the fellas. I understand the men want to be the leader, we the head, and the head of the family. Your woman is one of the most powerful pieces in your life. If you think about the game of chess, the queen piece can move in any direction for any amount of spaces. The queen is the most powerful piece on the chessboard. Period. So you gotta know how to leverage your queen. And there was an exchange in the chat just now that was very powerful, because Grace, first off, thank you for the vulnerability. First and foremost, thank you so much for the vulnerability. She mentioned how her soon-to-be ex-husband triggered her a lot in the beginning, and she took it as a healthy challenges. However, they were actually red flags. And the exchange that, King Josh responds, like, there's truly a thin line between just calling out your significant other for growth, or you're just manipulating them.
Yeah.
And I feel like, yo, this is why I love the chat, man. This is why I love when y'all be adding in some game and some insight to the conversation, because King Josh followed up with the way to differentiate that is with the self-reflection. It's only through true self-reflection and getting right with yourself and pouring that love into yourself that you'll now understand what real love feels like. If you don't experience it from yourself first, then we are going to take it as, we might take fake love as real love, because we ain't never give ourselves no real love. I know I'm guilty of that as well. I'm damn sure guilty of that as well.
I had posted something on my story the other day at the gym, and again, the big word right now in this season is consistency. And I had left a little quote, and I ain't gonna hold you, bro. That I think they had like 30 likes. No cap. It was just like, you can't expect consistency from others if you're not being consistent with yourself.
Period.
And that's everything, man. Like, if you don't even know what healthy love is, with you giving it to yourself, you're not gonna know how to receive it. Because you are only going to allow from others what you do to yourself.
You talking, man. You talking.
You're only going to allow what you already do and know for yourself.
Let them cook.
Because like I said, a lot of people, men and women, come on these apps and talk about what they deserving of and this and that. But if you talk to the last 2-3 exes of how they got played around with and those kind of things, it's just like, are you saying you're deserving of this stuff because you've been hurt and you let social media and other people tell you what you think you deserve? Or are you deserving these things because you know how to pour this stuff into you? And even for the people that like to say, well, if I pay for my own trips and I get my own bag, that doesn't mean that just because you do those things too. Because it's always, when people talk about this shit, it's always materialistic shit. Well, I pay my own bills and I pay my Beamer, and if I know how to fly myself out for 5-star trips, and I expect why they always got the materialistic stuff?
When was the last time they say I hold myself accountable? That's the shit you don't hear on them type of posts, bro. You
Hell
don't.
no. Hell no.
I've yet to hear that one. I hold
Hell
myself
no.
accountable,
Right?
or say I treat people with generosity and kindness.
Mm.
Ooh.
Feel me? Feel me? So,
oh man.
quickly go in is what I wrote for Get Right Within Yourself was discover who God called you to be.
Mm-hmm.
Your call and your partner's call could be two different things.
Yeah.
You got to discover how does God like envision your life? How does God expect you to? What is God calling you to do? You have to answer that call. But before you can answer, you got to discover it. Mm-hmm. Number 2, you got to learn His word and His voice. A lot of people say they know the word of God. You can have the Bible scriptures and you can have all that stuff in the biblical scriptures in your bio. You can have it tatted on your leg. It does not matter if you're not reading His word. And it does not matter if you know what His voice is. And that requires having a relationship. Last one, learn to let go and trust Him during the storms. The faith comes through storms. Faith don't come because life is good. That ain't faith. What else? What is to believe if you ain't never really been challenged? You feel me? So get right within. It really starts with just laying out them bricks and making sure your foundation is really solid with God.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. You got to get right, man. You got to get right. You got to get right, or nothing else is gonna be right. It's like this is a energetic type of experience. You've got to be moving with a certain type of energy for yourself.
Yes.
Before you can expect that from anyone else.
It's going to be contagious.
That's the most beautiful part. When you get yourself right and you stay consistent with being right, it's gonna just start pulling the right people to you.
Amen.
That's just how it works. But it works the same way in reverse. If you stay wrong, then you're gonna keep attracting the wrong people. There's no way around that.
No
way around that, man.
Yeah. I'm hyped for this next one.
Okay, yeah. The next talking point, ladies.
You want to do a back and forth?
Yeah, we'll do it back and forth because we talking about righteous unions and all that good stuff. We giving our perspective, but let's give some clear-cut ingredients to what goes into a righteous union. And for those of y'all watching live, share some of y'all ingredients too. I want to hear what the chat got to say. But what do you feel is one important ingredient to a righteous union?
So, first one I would say is beliefs and values. About to cook up. Beliefs and values. Beliefs and values. If what you believe and what you value is mismatched, meaning you both are not believing in the same thing or you both don't have the same values, the relationship is going to definitely feel unstable. For sure, 100%. Let's go in. What do I mean by that? Do y'all share the same faith? We're talking about righteous union. Do y'all believe and share and walk the same faith? Is God the anchor in your life or whatever you believe in? Is it the same between you two? Agreement of core values. Everybody had different upbringings, life experiences. Some people want kids. Some people don't want kids. For some people, family is the world. For other people, family ain't nothing to them, right? Some people are more big on loyalty or honesty or respect. Like, what are the core values? Do y'all, because this is what it comes down to. Do y'all share the same core values? Can y'all agree on the core values? Or can you find a way to create your own? Because remember, righteous union is two people become one when they get married. Can y'all create your own? Because sometimes it's two people taking what they learn, finding it together to make the best potion or experience, right? Decisions got it. This is a big one right here. Because I went through this one personally. Decisions got to be made in alignment.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that again. Decisions have to be made in an alignment. You're not making decisions about what's best for you and how you feel. You're making decisions on what's going to honor God and what's going to be best for the union. A lot of people don't fucking understand that.
Yeah. You know what that just made me think about? Stomp the Yard. That very first scene when they in the battle and Chris Brown's character, he want to start showing out because he thinking about himself. And then the brother, he's just like, yo, bro, it's not about you. Wait, no, it's the other way around. My fault. The main character, he starts showing out and he's fucking up the routine. And now he's showboating and he's doing all this type of stuff. And then Chris Brown's character is like, yo, bro, it's not about you. It's about the team. And the brother, I haven't seen the movie in a minute, but then he's just like, I hear you, but I'm not really hearing you. And he started doing all his stuff a little bit more. He's showboating. And then after the battle, what happens? Things escalate, and his brother gets killed.
All the girls is crying in that movie theater about Chris Brown, bro.
Yeah, they killed Chris Brown in the first 5 minutes, y'all. They
were crying their eyes out that day when I went there. It was sad, bro.
Crazy.
But this is so important because there's a lot of, well, I did what I felt like. Or, well, you hurt me, and since you get on my nerves, I'm like, gonna match your energy. Like, that's bad, right? And it could be simple things, man. Like, I posted up a video like last week or 2 weeks ago saying, like, yo, choose a tone when in disagreement with your partner that's gonna find solutions, not the tone that's gonna make you feel better, right? A lot of people, when they're going to these back and forths or these storms with their partner, it's a lot of self-centered shit of like, I am going to do what I feel like doing. I'm going to do what's best for me. And it's not like, what is the best decision that's going to honor God? Because this is why, like, God has to be at the anchor. And what's going to be the best decision for the union between us? Last one. Boundaries. Are they respected? Are they respected? It's two individuals that became one, but you still got to have your individual part, right? You know, like, I love a clean home. That's a boundary towards me. I'm not saying it needs to be perfect and sparkling every 2 seconds. But a boundary for me is I need my house clean and organized, man, to the best of its ability, man. And that's something that's important to me, right? Or I serve a lot of people. Listen, my future wife needs to understand the weight of my calling.
That's a big one right there, man.
I'm not an easy person to be with because I'm not perfect. I'm flawed, but the calling on my life is huge. And you got to understand the kind of work that I'm going to be doing down the line it's service. It's giving my time to others. And I've talked to a lot of pastor wives in the past. That is one of the biggest things that they struggle with. People think you being with NBA players and someone that travels to work is hard. No, being a pastor's wife is hard because you got to go to weddings and funerals and pastor, I'm dealing with this. They call you every 2 seconds. So he's not only the family of the household, he's family of the church. Now, I'm not saying I'm a pastor, but basically I'm just trying to say that my future wife needs to understand I have a huge calling on my life. That is with a lot of pressure. And it's going to require giving my time to the people I got to serve. That's it. Beliefs and values.
Yeah. I ain't got no pushback. I think for me, an ingredient that comes to mind when I'm thinking about righteous unions is effective, heavy on effective communication. First part that goes into effective communication is vulnerability. Vulnerability. You got to be open. Ain't no mind readers out here. You know, like nobody's going to know what you've been through. If you hide all of the information, then you can't expect your partner to now know, you know, and then you quiz them on the information. That's not a situation where you're allowing your partner to actually pass. That's messed up. Like, imagine you go into class and the teacher's like, yo, we gonna learn about XYZ. Then the day of the test comes and all of the questions are related to A, B, and C. It's like, we ain't learned none of this. That's where vulnerability helps. It allows your partner to have access to who you are. So you got to be vulnerable. Then you got to be transparent. You got to be transparent. Like, you have to be willing to give the information that, how would I say this? You got to be willing to give the information that that person wouldn't be privy to, typically.
That's good.
You know? So being transparent, being clear, like it's not just, hey, I'm vulnerable when you ask me. It's, hey, I'm going to tell you about this unprovoked because I feel like this is something important for you to know.
Yes, that's good.
So we got the vulnerability, we got transparency, and we just need some plain old honesty, ladies and gentlemen. We just need some plain old honesty. And I think something that makes it difficult for people to be honest is that they're not being honest with themselves. It goes right back to what you were saying earlier, bro. It's like, if you're not doing it for yourself, it's going to be hard for you to hold. It's going to be hard for you to make space for that within a relationship. You got to be honest. You got to be honest. I'm going to be real, though.
That's good.
Honesty sometimes puts you in the fire. You might get in some trouble for being honest. However, I am someone who I'm grateful to have platonic friendships with women. I'm grateful for my women friends.
Oh, yes.
And something that they tell me all the time is like, yo, they, in the moment, it hurts them, yes. But on the back end, they appreciate an honest man.
Oh,
they
yeah.
appreciate an honest man. Even if that man is just like, yo, real talk, I'm just trying to get in the drawers.
Yeah.
They're like, they might curve him.
Yeah.
But they're like, at least he was being honest about it.
Know what type of time he on.
They know what type of time he on. And not gonna hold you, fellas. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it works. This is something that I was not privy to that type of information. I used to lie. I used to sell a dream back in the days. I used to say, yo, it's bad, y'all, but I want to be vulnerable. We got to be real with each other here, man. Said they lied. I used to sell a dream, man. I used to sell a dream because I felt like, yo, if I'm open and honest and just say, hey, this is what I want, the chances of me actually getting what I want were dramatically lower. And the reality is, most of the time it was dramatically lower, if I was to be honest. However, every time I sold a dream and I got what I wanted, it blew up on the back end. Because I'm not moving with a level of honor. I'm not moving honorably. And there's going to be some of those situations where it's like, yo, fellas, you tell shorty, this is the type of time I'm on. And lo and behold, she on that same type of time. And y'all do whatever y'all do. Y'all are grown adults. As long as y'all being safe and protective of yourselves, that's y'all business. So I think, but I think the honesty, when you start telling lies, it gets messy because now you got to keep up with the lie. And sooner or later, the lie is going to come to the truth is going to come out. And then it's just like, well, what the fuck was all this information 2 months ago?
That lie gets heavy.
It gets heavy.
And carrying that shit.
It gets heavy. And sometimes people just forget they lied. So now they want to be truthful. And it's just like, wait a minute. That's not what you told me. That's not what you told me. Now we got to have a whole different conversation.
That made me think about this DoorDasher chick right now.
Wait a minute.
You heard about that story?
I didn't. A DoorDash chick? I did not hear.
All right, so then let's not even. Let me not even.
Oh man, that's an offline conversation.
No, it could happen online, but if you didn't hear it, it's just pointless. But it's just her story kept switching up. You know what I mean? And what she originally said, whatever. But she's trying to sue DoorDash right now. She's just gaining a lot of clout, and she fucked herself up. You know
Okay,
what
so
I mean?
she was lying, and then
Oh yeah,
they caught her in 4K on her bullshit.
she said it in video. You know what I
Jeez.
mean? That she opened the door. So,
Jesus.
but I like that you said vulnerability. You know what I mean? The best way how I like imagine vulnerability always was just like that you're being fully naked. Like that's like if someone took the covers off you and you butt ass naked. Like you have to be there has to be a little vulnerability between you and your partner because it is a battlefield. It is tough. Life is
Yeah.
tough. You need
Yeah.
to know with somebody that you can be real with. Because you can't always be fucking Superman as a man.
Yeah.
Just
And
can't.
then it gives your partner a clear understanding of what type of battles are to come.
Oh
If
yeah.
you don't tell your partner what type of demons you fighting,
Oh yeah.
then when them demons come knocking, they don't know how to properly support you. So like you not helping yourself out by withholding information. You know what I'm saying?
And if you gotta withhold information, then that's probably not somebody you should be with.
Period. It's that simple. And before we jump into the next ingredient, I just want to say shout out to the people. Appreciate y'all. If y'all finding value from this conversation, please like, subscribe, just so y'all can keep in touch with the episodes to come. And we really appreciate y'all support because y'all help us keep moving forward. And we want to honor y'all time. I know I got my eyes on the clock, y'all. I got my eyes on the clock, but we always want to be respectful and we just want to have some good conversations. So I just want to say I appreciate y'all for that. But we talked about communication. You said beliefs and values. We said communication. What's another one for you, bro?
Commitment to growth. Like I said, growth has to be ongoing. Growth has to look different in different seasons. When people are regressing or stuck and things are constantly repeating, that means growth is not happening, right? You have to be willing to grow together, but also be willing to grow individually. See it right now. No disrespect to the Currys, but you see what's going on with Aisha and shit. Right? Like you know what I mean? Like I listen. Regardless, I'm not bringing this up even in the angle of the interviews that she's had over the years. I'm thinking about the fact of like, yo, you could be with a man with all that money and all that stuff, and like, because she has been a chef. She has written books. She's like, I looked up her accolades and shit that she's done. She's had a New York's bestseller. I don't know if she's comparing it to wishing that she had the same type of level of success as her husband, but put that fucking work in. Like, seriously, if you don't want to be labeled as always as Steph's wife, which I think that's an honor, put the work in. Put the sacrifices and work in. I think for what we know, outside looking in, you make that clear to your husband that you want to grow more in your career and stuff like that. The kids are a little bit older now, so that shit should be like, it's never too late. It's never too late. And hopefully she's doing that because she's not even 40 yet, nigga. You still got time.
Young. And they got money. Hire a nanny. Hire a nanny or bring in grandma, grandpa, wherever if they're accessible and available, and then go, like you say, put in the work.
What I was thinking of is like, are you not at the level of success that you want because it's all because of the sacrifice you have made as being his wife or a mother and his kids, or are you just not that good enough?
Damn.
No, I'm being real. I'm not trying to be hurtful because it could be many different factors, bro. Like entrepreneurship, you're gonna have your failures. You could have a husband that's rich and all that type of shit, but if the product's not good, or this whatever, like it's not good.
Stepping on the product.
I'm just keeping it real. Like I see LeBron's wife doing podcasts now, and she's trying to step out a little bit and doing that stuff. And I'm all for it of you having your own thing because I want a chick that's gonna have a little bit of her own identity and all that kind of stuff. But
of course,
where is the self-recognition throughout all this time? Because there's a lot of women that make sacrifices being wives, mothers, and supporting this and that, but they still have their own shit. Is it just not at the levels? Do you want the level that your husband has? Because that requires time.
It shouldn't be a competition though.
But it sounds like
It did exactly. And that's friction. That's not healthy. That's not iron sharpens iron. Yeah, how you jealous of your husband? That's crazy. Or men that are jealous of their wives, because we've seen it in the opposite, I'm sure. But it's like if it's truly a team effort, then the wife is gonna support the husband. The husband's gonna support the wife. It doesn't matter who's higher at a higher level, because everything that they earn now serves the bottom line, which is the both of them together. That's crazy. Yeah, those comments, I'm not gonna lie to them.
But this is what I mean by as like finding yourself,
yeah,
getting right within, growing individually, because you don't want to look back and be regretting. And that's a prime example. We saw a girl that went viral on TikTok crying her eyes on the court about being 40 and she felt like she has done nothing with her life. And look, this is a chick with a millionaire feeling the same thing. So it really doesn't matter if you're not right within. It don't matter, bro.
It don't. It don't.
Last two things, and then I'll pass it back to you about commitment to growth. You got to be willing to confront the flaws and do the work. Doing the work is not do a little here and it going. Like, it has to be consistency in small baby steps.
Yeah.
Everything happens in small increments, right? And like I said, just the ongoing growth, financially, spiritually, physically. Money breaks up a lot of marriages. Sex and physically breaks up a lot of marriages. Mental breaks up a lot of marriages. Like, you have to grow in all those areas in small baby steps. In some seasons, you're going to be stronger in certain areas and a little weaker in other areas. But there has to be an conscious, intentional, like, just I want to improve in these things. So, not only for your partner, but for yourself.
Yeah.
That's what I got.
Yeah, I'm upset because I want to be respectful to the time that the people spending with us, but there's so many layers that we can unpack, and even more so. Jeez. I'll give one more ingredient: unconditional love. Unconditional love. I don't believe that many people fully think about the weight of what it means to unconditionally love somebody. It means, Jesus. I heard there was someone, one of my Twitter followers, someone I follow on Twitter, had wrote this years back. It says unconditional love is when you wash feet when you feel like throwing stones. When you, instead of throwing stones, and you might have a valid ass reason to throw them rocks. Instead of doing that, you're going to wash their feet. You're going to show grace. You are going to show kindness. You are going to express forgiveness. You are going to show compassion. It is being willing to understand that this person at some point will fail me in some way, and I am not going to love you any less for it.
That's love.
That's love. That's love. And I think that's why we struggling in the dating space right now, because everybody got a motherfucking condition card. You got to do this. You got to do that. I seen some people say, I seen a woman say her man got to make $200K. Mind you, this girl might have been like 23 years old.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Might have been 23 years old saying, my man got to make $200K. And there was another girl in the video was like, yo, my man worked hard for his $25K and he treats me good. And the first girl was just looks so disgusted. I'm like, oh my God, this is wicked. We're living in some wicked time. You know how hard it is to make $200K? You know what you have to sacrifice and how much work you got to put in to make $200K?
Bruh.
To make $200K a year.
They're going to learn the hard way when they become
unconditional love. Yes. But unconditional love, unconditional love. I don't mean unconditional tolerance. Let me make that disclaimer.
That's fair.
Because boundaries are very important. It
Right.
doesn't mean you just allow anything, because accountability is one of those forms of love. We've said that before on this show. Accountability is one of the strongest forms of love, in my opinion. However, I'm not going to judge you for your mistakes. I'm not going to look at you as if you are less than for slipping up. I'm going to love you the same. I'm going to hold you accountable. I'm going to help you grow. And sometimes that's uncomfortable.
That's
However,
good.
my love for you will never change.
That's good.
Unconditional love, y'all.
That's good.
Whew. All right. We gotta dang, I'll be wanting to unpack everything. But we gotta move forward. That's what we doing. We having conversations that move people forward. So we gotta move the conversation forward, man.
It's been a good show though.
It's been an
Proud of us.
amazing show. I think there's a lot of value in this one.
Oh yeah.
I think there's a lot of value.
A lot of
And again, please, people, family, share the value. If you got something that you want to add to this, write that in the comments, please. Because there is so much that we can learn from each other. I believe there's so much that we can learn from each other. So if you got some good game, drop that in the chat too, y'all. But yeah,
and hey, before we get to the last talking point, like this video. Like video, please.
That's very valuable to us.
Like the video. Give it a thumbs down if you don't like the video. We want honesty. So
that's a
like
fact.
The video. It helps us. It helps us with the channel, and it goes a long way.
Absolutely. But if you're gonna drop a thumbs down, you got to drop a comment too. Tell us why you thumbs down. You're not just gonna throw some negativity and not give us some feedback so we can get better. How does that work? It don't work like that. If you're gonna drop a thumbs down, I need a comment from you, or we making some phone calls. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, let's get to the last talking point. Fruits of the union. Fruits of the union. I wrote a few things. Jot down a few quick notes. First was peace instead of chaos. Not saying that things are perfect. Not saying that things you don't go through hardships, but there's a sense of peace, right? And I think that peace is having that relationship with God and also fearing God. Because when you fear God, you're gonna move a certain way.
Yeah.
Calm and
level of respect.
Level of respect, right? I love that matures, right? As you grow older with your partner in this union, your love should also grow and mature as well.
Yes.
You feel me? So important. If y'all still moving and acting like y'all was the couple in college, that's a problem. Purpose fulfilled together. Like things just gel. You don't gotta ask, you don't gotta remind. It's just an understanding of two people on that type of time, man. Certain seasons is gonna be a silent season. Maybe, like I said, maybe this is a season of being still, being silent. There's gonna be certain seasons when you both gotta understand, you both gotta be on your grind, right? You're doing what you gotta do, she doing what she gotta do. Some days he's 90 and she's 10, and some days she's 80 and he's 20. Like there's just a sense of we're on the same type of time. We're moving forward nervous, we're moving forward scared, we're moving forward confused, but we continue to move forward. Right? Some seasons you're in a season of giving, some seasons you're in a season of receiving, right? You're just both on that same type of time. Last two. Next one is spiritual growth. You have to grow with your relationship with God. It has to grow. It has to grow. It says you got to mature in the word. The Bible is the word is the food source. It's the nutrition. You gotta mature as you get older in your walk. God gives you more responsibility, but he also expects you to not make the same mistakes that you was making when you was a baby in the faith. You can't be doing the same shit as you grow in the faith. Like you just can't. Sorry for cutting. Last one, most important one, of fruits of a righteous union. This is the most important one, because you got to remember we all gonna die one day, and we cannot bring what we built and what we did in this world with us to the grave.
Hmm.
But the most important one is generational blessings.
Ooh.
What are you leaving behind for your kids?
Ooh.
Or what are you leaving behind for the people that you serve?
Ooh.
I'll leave you with that.
Damn. Are your kids gonna have to fight your demons?
Are they gonna have full course meals, or are they eating crumbs?
Jesus.
What are you leaving behind for them?
That's real, especially in 2025, and especially for like our generation where we're a lot more mindful and conscious and aware of just things that have been passed down from generation to generation to generation. What are you gonna leave behind? Jeez.
People dying without wills, people dying without life insurance. Like, it's so much stuff that you gotta
Get
leave
y'all a trust, man, please. Something.
something for your kids, man.
Oh my goodness. No, yo, that's a powerful list right there, man. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I got one thing on as my fruit. Got one thing, and I'm coming to piss some people off with this one thing. Because I'm fed up with y'all. Some of y'all. My fruit of the union is an actual motherfucking union. Not a situationship, not a friends with benefits, not none of that bullshit that y'all condoning nowadays. An actual union where a man makes his intentions clear. I want to be with you. And we gonna ride this till the wheels fall off, for better or for worse, for richer or for poor. These vows have value. And a woman says, I accept your proposal. Not some, let me slide in your DMs and just see if you're trying to link up. And then 4 years later, we just happen to be living together and nobody expressed any desire to move forward. An actual union. And many of y'all are in some bullshit situations and you're convincing yourselves in the back end that it's going to be better. No, it's not. No, it's not. A man that knows what he wants, a man that is intentional about what he is trying to build is going to make it be known. If that man ain't asked you to be his girl, he's not your man. Let's be serious. I have to be honest with my people because I love y'all.
Please.
I have to be honest with you.
Please.
If that girl didn't say that she wants to, she wants to be your girl, or if you asked her out and she's saying, yo, let me take some time to think about it, but can you take me to Starbucks tomorrow? You're being a fool. You're getting played. Stop with the foolishness, y'all. Stop with the foolishness. And then y'all want to get on your mics on social media and talk about men ain't shit, women ain't shit. Stop it. You doing this to yourself. The fruit of a righteous union is an actual union. An actual union. If y'all not, come on, man. An actual union. Because a lot of y'all in some bullshit. A lot of y'all in some bullshit. And I'm tired of hearing it.
That's the name of the union. Bullshit.
I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. Tired of it. Stop bullshitting. Stop bullshitting. You're rolling around in the mud. You're doing all this foolishness. Now, I really gotta empathize. I really empathize with my sisters. Again, if that man don't ask you to be his girl, you're not his girl. If he don't ask you to be his wife, you are not his wife. Stop fooling yourself to thinking that it's been 5 years. I'm just giving him some time. Shut up. Shut up. Yo, I'm saying this with love, y'all. I promise I'm saying this.
Boy,
I love you so much that I have to call you out on your foolishness.
That's good.
And that's one that I see a lot. And again, I have women friends, and it breaks my heart when I can see it from 3 miles away. You remember? I know you've seen this video that Trey Rags. shout out to Trey Rags. Yo, Trey Rags put out a skit. He's talking about, yo, when you link up with your homegirl and she's telling you about this dude. And oh my goodness. Just stop it. Because y'all look foolish.
They cut it out.
Very foolish.
Enough.
And it's scary.
Enough.
It's scary. Because then you have children and you're raising your children with these beliefs, and then you wondering why your children are crash outs.
Boy.
The fruit of a righteous union is an actual union. And with that, I want to transition into our one gem closing. If y'all know, y'all been rocking with us, you know, when we get to our one gem, and I want to appreciate y'all for spending a little bit of extra time with us. You know, it's been rich. And so when we get to the
I ain't gonna hold you. As this thing gets bigger, this is
shit. We gonna spend some more time with the people.
Bro, yeah, as this thing grows, it's gonna hit over hours sometimes, especially as this thing grows.
That's right.
What the podcast is.
That's
and
right.
Know what? If we good enough, they'll stay.
They'll stay. That's good. That's good right there, man.
Yeah.
But part of the righteous union is understanding the needs of your partner. And right now, my partner is gonna need me to help put our baby girl down because you know she be fighting. So and I ain't trying to get blacked on. As much as I love spending time with y'all, I gotta make sure my home is right. You know what I'm saying? So one gem closing, you know what I'm saying? If y'all been rocking with us, y'all understand we getting to the end of the show. We want to leave y'all with one gem that we feel is just important, a word of wisdom that you could take with you. My brother.
I'm gonna go first so you can close it.
My brother, talk to us.
So simple. A righteous union doesn't just love for today.
Oh.
It builds legacy for tomorrow.
Oh.
I'm gonna leave it for that. I'm not even repeating it.
Jeez. Y'all gonna have to run this back.
Watch the replay.
Watch the replays. And share the video while you at it. You might as well like it if you watching the replay.
Like the video. Please like the video.
Seems right. My one gem. In the scriptures, it says in the Bible, it says that the two become one.
Oof.
The two shall become one. If you don't feel like you are in a team, like in a partnership with the person that you are building a life with, then you are not in a righteous union. The two shall become one. That means their needs are your needs, and your needs are their needs. Their challenges are your challenges. Your challenges are their challenges. And y'all work together to navigate them with love and grace and excellence. The two become one. It's no longer just what I want. It's what we want. It's what's best for us. Period. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say thank you for being here with us on the Talk That Shift podcast.
Talk about it.
For listening, for showing up, and for sharing your voice. Don't forget to drop them comments if you got something.
Please.
If you got some game, let us know in the comments, because your presence, for real, it truly shapes the space, and it allows us to hold this space for conversations that move people forward. Next week, you can catch us here again on YouTube, same place, same time. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you can tap in and get that notification when we going live. We're going to be talking about the holiday season. Halloween's right around the corner. We want everybody to enjoy themselves, but we also want people to be mindful of some of these dangers that's out here. So we're going to be talking a little bit about Halloween and how we can enjoy the Halloween season with, how would I say, just responsibly. So if this episode supported you in any way, please please subscribe, turn on the bell so you don't miss what's next. Share your biggest takeaway in the comments. We love y'all so much, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. I hope y'all have an amazing evening, y'all.